Greetings, my fellow warriors. It's your boy Mechanimal, and today I'd like to bring a topic that's been on my mind for quite some time, and it is of the people in the calisthenics community that tend to believe that just because you do solely bodyweight training, that you are any better than anybody else. Let me just remind you that, first of all, people would tend to revolve or embrace much more of the stuff that that comes easier to them. So the earlier you start calisthenics, the better it's gonna feel because you're much lighter, and of course you're gonna feel like it is the end all be all of life. But for somebody like me who's been through everything, I wanted to tell the upcoming generation that there's nothing wrong with combining both body weight training and weight training or barbell training, especially when it comes to the compound movement, because that's what you should pretty much focus on, as opposed to isolating and waste your time, especially when you're a beginner, on curls and all kind of crap. I mean, all kind of variation of weight training. So when I say combining with body weight, with weight training, I just mean focusing on the compound movement that's going to boost your posterior chain, which is the main thing that's lacking in the community of calisthenics. You see, you have those people, even up until now, I have friends who they're still stuck up in that mindset that I'm strictly calisthenics, You're not special because you're only doing calisthenics. And when I see these recent videos, such as the one of Umar Isaf, who is a powerlifter, and he did some challenge with two of his other friends. They crank pull-ups in the surrounding of 20 repetition, which is pretty respectable number. And I would bet that some of the calisthenics athletes out there that's still in the intermediate range could be around the same level, or possibly not be able to crank as many repetitions as those, even though the range of motion that they exhibit is not as close or clean as the one that we go by as a standard in the calisthenics community. Is still to be saluted, because those people don't train pull-ups all the time. They don't train pull-up as a main regimen of their training protocol. So that's just to tell you that if you train pull-up this all the time, you have a powerlifter who don't even train it, able to exhibit this level of performance, you better get under the barbell and get your squat up and your deadlift up, so you can come close to be a better rounded athlete. That's the way I've been seeing things, and it just confirms my bias, my philosophy. And I don't mean everybody have to follow it, because if you're a specialist, that's okay. That's on you. But as a regular human, the ability to push the body to the critics' potential that it has, you want to combine everything. You want to combine everything, and you claim to be all body weight or calisthenics, and you can't pick up a rock in nature, because usually calisthenics has the affinity with the holistic, right? It's all natural, all these things. But okay, you go in nature on a hike and you can't pick up a rock that's blocking your path. That's a shame, And I mean, those or a tree trunk, something like that, that's getting in your path, and you can't, you might be able to scale it, but sometimes you have to push it aside. And if you don't have the strength and the ability to overcome that obstacle, what will be all that training for? So yeah, you want to get under the barbell and do some at least basic work. I mean, sprints is all good, for your cardio and anaerobic system. But in terms of raw lower body strength, you have to do something. I understand it will inhibit your ability to do that 60-second front lever or crazy planche hold, and you want to hold on to your skinny legs, but it's not it's not about having a bigger leg. It's about having the posterior chain, what you call strength and resilience to overcome things in real life, because this is our main wheels, our main engine. You're pretty much on your feet 24/7, except for when you're sleeping, and which of course doesn't make it sense 24/7, but you get what I mean. But you're almost all the time on your legs. You do everything on it, and the stronger your legs are, the better you're gonna feel overall. You fight, you have to run away, fight for your life, anything like that, you need to rely on your legs. So it is imperative for you to bank a lot on developing your leg strength. And leg strength we call when leg hypertrophy. So that's what I need you to understand. It's not so much of training for the hypertrophy, because like I said, I'm no bodybuilder. I train for strength. But whenever you train for strength, some size is going to come with it. And I know that's what people are afraid of in the calisthenics world, because they know that as soon as they start training legs, even the little amount of ounce that comes on the leg with the strength training is going to inhibit the ability to do all this crazy, freakish, gymnastic holds. So, for me, I'm preaching to the average person who just see his favorite fitness person on YouTube or Instagram. Okay, I want to be able to do this cool stuff, and that's all that is in fitness. It's not that. Fitness is overall the ability to run, to jump, to pull yourself up, everything. And that's what I stand for. And for those who know me, who've been following me for the past few years, you know how I go, and I stick to my guns no matter what. And I've been making progresses. It's just about troubleshooting my weaknesses, addressing them, and moving forward. So I hope you guys got something out of what I was trying to, the awareness that I was trying to bring to you, which is you are not special just because you're doing only bodyweight training. So to all my friends out there, they know themselves, dude, you asking me all the time, how do you get this? How do you get this muscle? How do you get it? No, it's because I get under the barbell, man. Calisthenics alone is not gonna get it to you. You gotta get under the barbell and put in the work, Don't be afraid of your fans or your followers. Seeing that from the beginning, you've been preaching only calisthenics, and now you're afraid to evolve because you want to stick to whatever your fan has known you for. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to change. That's called maturity. So get off that idea that you are special because you're only doing body weight. You are not special. And that being said, everything is and will always be beast mode, the mechanical way. Fellow warriors, y'all special. Get under the barbell and mix everything. Gorilla, go.